Are you standing at the edge of retirement? Or maybe you are already there, and you are looking at your monthly income wondering how on earth you are going to make the pieces of the puzzle fit? I know the fear. It is the fear of running out of money. It is the fear that an unexpected car repair or a sudden medical bill is going to push you over the edge before your next check arrives. And in that moment of panic, you look for a lifeline. Lately, everyone is talking about an app called EarnIn. You have seen the ads. They promise to let you access your money before payday. They tell you it is your money, so why wait? But before you download that app, before you give anyone access to your hard-earned dollars, we need to stand in the truth. We need to look at what EarnIn really is, what it costs you emotionally and financially, and whether it belongs anywhere near a retiree's budget. Let us define the problem right now. The problem is cash flow timing. You are living on a fixed income, maybe you're working a part-time job to supplement your Social Security, and your bills do not care when your paycheck lands. The electric bill is due on the 15th, but your check does not come until the 25th. You are short $100 and the anxiety starts to creep in. You think, if I could just get a piece of what I have already earned, I will be fine. That is the exact question EarnIn claims to answer. It is what the financial world calls an earned wage access app. It connects to your bank account, tracks your hours at work using your phone's GPS or an electronic timesheet, and lets you withdraw up to $150 a day, up to $1,000 per pay period, before your actual payday arrives. Then, the moment your direct deposit hits your account, EarnIn automatically reaches in and takes that money back. Now, hear me on this. The marketing sounds beautiful. They tell you there is no interest, no credit check, and no mandatory fees. They ask you to leave a voluntary tip to support the service, anywhere from $0 to $14. And if you want the money instantly instead of waiting 1 to 3 business days, they charge you a lightning speed transfer fee, which can run you up to nearly $6 per transaction. This brings us to the core question you must ask yourself. Is this really free, and is it safe for your retirement security? Let us look at the reality behind the curtain. EarnIn is not a traditional payday loan, and thank goodness for that, because traditional payday loans are financial predators that charge upwards of 400% interest. But do not be fooled into thinking EarnIn is a charity. If you advance $100 for just 5 days before your paycheck arrives, and you decide to leave a seemingly small $4 tip plus pay a $3.99 lightning speed fee to get the money immediately, you just paid $7.99 to borrow $100 for less than a week. Do you know what that math works out to if you annualize it? It is an interest rate well over 100%. It feels small because it is called a tip and a fee, but money is money, and it is leaving your pocket. More importantly, let us speak about the requirement that completely disqualifies many retirees. You must have a consistent job with a regular pay schedule and direct deposit to use EarnIn. It does not work on standard Social Security distributions, pension checks, or investment withdrawals. It requires active employment income. If you are fully retired, this app cannot help you. But let us say you do work part-time. The biggest danger of an app like EarnIn is not just the fees, it is the psychological trap. It is the cycle of dependency. When EarnIn automatically takes that $150 or $300 out of your paycheck the minute it lands, your next paycheck is instantly smaller. Now you are starting the next month in a hole. What happens when you are short again because your check was late? You go right back to the app. You borrow from Peter to pay Paul, and suddenly you are caught in a revolving door of advancing your own wages just to survive. Retirement is supposed to be the time when you achieve financial freedom, not the time when you become a slave to a smartphone app just to put groceries on the table. There is also the matter of financial vulnerability. EarnIn requires you to grant it deep access to your checking account and your personal data. It uses automated systems to withdraw its money on payday. If your account is already running dangerously low, or if your paycheck is delayed by even a day, that automated withdrawal can hit your account and trigger massive overdraft fees from your own bank. The app offers a feature called Balance Shield to try to prevent this, but the risk remains. You are giving an outside entity control over the timing of your funds, and in retirement, cash flow control is your only shield against disaster. So, what is the actionable takeaway here? How do we solve the fear of the mid-month cash crunch without relying on tech-driven band-aids? Your first step is to recognize that if you need to access your paycheck early, your budget is out of alignment. You need to look your expenses dead in the eye. Are you spending money on things you do not need because you are trying to maintain a lifestyle you can no longer afford? It is time to cut the fat. Second, if you are working a part-time job and face a true emergency, look to true fee-free alternatives first. Talk to your local credit union about a small, low-interest personal loan or a credit builder tool if you need to shore up your cash flow. If you have a credit card with a zero balance that you pay off in full every month, using it for a mid-month necessity and paying it off the moment your check arrives costs you absolutely nothing in interest or tips. And it builds your credit score instead of hiding your cash flow issues. Third, and most importantly, you must build a cash cushion, even if it is just $500 to start. I do not care if you have to save $5 a week or sell things around the house that are gathering dust. Having your own emergency fund means you never have to ask an app for permission to use your own money. EarnIn is a clever tool for a specific type of working individual who needs a temporary bridge. But for someone prioritizing retirement security, it is a slippery slope. You have worked too hard, for too many decades, to spend your golden years trapped in a cycle of paycheck advances. Stand in your power, control your spending, protect your bank account, and remember that true financial peace of mind never comes from an app store.